So this is the $350 BMW E46 320D. You can already see reasons for the price. Yeah, you can clearly see them. You can see them very clearly. Very, very clearly. Can't you? Let's look over the exterior flaps first. But seriously, I prefer to have problems like this, which I don't really care about in cars this cheap. That's not beautiful there. I just noticed that. But mechanically, this thing drives surprisingly well. I mean, except for the short wheel bearings. Can you see any play here? Well, barely. But during the driving, we'll have probably seen that if I decide to upload the random bits from coming back home. Foggy headlights, but they still work surprisingly well. I mean, this car, the best thing about this car, and I was searching for lawn like this, is that it actually drives better, except for the short bearings, than it looks, definitely. That's a crappy part. Definitely gotta get that done. But yeah, looking over the exterior flaps, it doesn't even look that bad. Of course, it has been probably drifted. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 buy-sell agreements. This is possible to open too. Just gotta put your finger in the hole and search. Search, search, search. Where the hell is that? Gotta find that cable. Somehow push it towards yourself against the wall. Oh, it was actually open. You can see it's covered a bit for the dirty work this car is going to do, and it's doing so far. You disconnect the battery for the night because it's discharging it pretty strongly for some reason. Possibly has to do with the redneck rigged radiator fan. The interior, which isn't that bad either. An animal was driving in there, and it's a bit dirty from my usage too. I mean, you see village climate, just a rag, some tools. Overall, the interior is not that destroyed. I mean, here probably somebody intended to make a switch for the radiator fan, but didn't get to do it. I will probably, if the car lasts my tests, which I might or might not talk about publicly. Gears actually shift pretty nicely. It's a BMW, but it also has almost 350,000 kilometers. And it's probably been abused pretty hard. I mean, when I shift from second to third, I sometimes get fifth, or from fourth to fifth, I sometimes get third. I mean, also this is tight, pretty tighter than all the cars I had, but it's pretty logical that it's probably drifted around in the rain. So second, third, poof, like bang. I mean, I don't even want to do that. I bought this car actually to do this, but except for the shock bearings, it drives so nice that I don't want to do that really. Yeah, this is a bit torn here. I don't know for what reason. This sticker, probably because of the hydraulic handbrake. Surprised, the air conditioning actually works from what I've seen and felt. And the heating works as well. I complained that the car has no heating, and the guy claimed he put new coolant in it and fixed a coolant leak. So I didn't think about the coolant being the problem. Turns out it was. I mean, I put in 2.5 liters of water in the car without even starting it. Then about 1.5 liter more or so when the car was running. And now we have heating. Surprisingly, the gauge didn't even raise above the normal vertical position when I was lacking coolant. Now the car's water was actually a bit slower, but we have great heating inside. It's actually very warm. This is missing, as you can see. I probably... wait, I don't know. There is something to be supposed here. Probably the right mirror regulator or something. Although here is a left and right selector, so I'm not sure anymore. No covers on the speakers. That's the usual thing pretty much. What kind of problems are those for a BMW that costs 1600 Polish zloty, which is, as I said, $350. Okay, going to the mechanical problems. As I said, the wheel bearings are shot. The radiator fan constantly on after you turn on the key. And it probably that, although I'm not sure. The guy claims it's that thing robbing power when the battery is in the car. Or even the rest is robbing a little bit of power and the battery is just simply weak. That's probably that, because the guy didn't agree to sell it without the battery. Third problem is that most probably, I think, none of the glow plugs are heating. So we'll get to do that. Without disassembling the car, I hope to get somebody with a computer to read the errors from it. I mean, solely from the radiator fan itself being rigged up like that and the webasto not being plugged in. I think it's going to throw in an entire list like this. I mean, I don't have experience, but I've heard that BMWs love to throw a ton of codes for just one cable being torn away, and I can't count the cables that are not plugged in or pins for solely the webasto and the radiator pin itself. I really hope it diagnoses itself on the glow plugs though. How it drives pretty nicely actually, except for the bearings mentioning for the umpteenth time. Everything seems to work actually okay. Even the suspension isn't screwed up completely. The handbrake is weak, that's one problem. Clutch is fine, although I think I've smoked it a tiny bit for 1 second when I tried to launch the car from 4000 RPM on a grippy asphalt with those 16 tires. I forgot you don't do that in a turbo diesel with lots of grip. Turbo seems to push. I'm yet to test the car 0 to 100. I think all the other electric stuff works too. Like the power windows and stuff. Power locks, even from the remote, works as well. Traction control works. ABS works. I mean, seriously, except for the beat up exterior, and I don't know what's underneath the car yet. That's the biggest issue. That's pretty nice. I mean, I don't know yet what's underneath the car, but those issues it has for this money, they are like nothing. Let's start it up. See what happens. Pretty warm morning she started today, although I'm not sure how low on fuel she is. I don't know, she might be pretty low, or it might have been pretty cold overnight. Yeah, a bit smoke. I just wonder if this thing has a chance to still be a catalytic converter. Oh, the air filter is painful to look at, damn it. I'm going to rev it to 4000. Soft launch as well. Quick pull on second gear, a little uphill. Counting from 1,500 to 4. Hope it's recorded well. Not gonna push the yachts anymore with those shot bearings. Going home. 4,000 RPM shifting. Well, that was a measly run. I didn't even floor the throttle in the 4th gear for a second, so just a little measure for comparison. Ha! Quick for a diesel. Another one. Start from 1,000.